Hello everybody, welcome back to Nick and James Gaming. Scarlet here, and I'm going to, hold on, gotta fix that so it's flat. Okay, I'm sitting my iPad on the stove because I'm going to get a container out and I'm going to feed my two cats. I have two male cats, for those of you who don't know. Like I said, you're going to learn a little more about me today because I'm going to be on a longer vlog today. Let me... And they are big cats. They are huge. I will try to somehow maybe get some video with when my staff comes over, because I also have staff who loves to be on YouTube, and maybe we can get a video for you guys. I'm not sure how I'm going to share it with Nick, but I might be able to do a short video and send it to him so you guys can see how big they are, those that have vision. They are huge, and I mean huge, and they eat like pigs. They're like, I call them my piggy cats. One of them I call a puppy cat, and that's my cat Justin. And he got his name because we're big chickens of a group called the Mood Blues. And their lead singer is Justin Hayward. A lot of people thought I got it from Justin Timberlake or Justin Bieber. Nope, not even close. Okay, so let's get some food gathered up here. We'll put you some food in here, boys. There. Because they do not push it with their nose. I have to manually do it with my hands, which I don't really like to touch anyone's food, but these two do not care. I personally don't like to do it, but my preference doesn't matter to these two. So, yeah. And the one is like a slave driver, and I knew if I didn't do this now, I would be getting the slave driver attitude from him. I call him my slave driver, you guys, because he is just so obnoxious. You will hear it on here. Just be prepared. You will hear him order me around. He is like, seriously, like a slave driver. He just throws his weight around, even though he's a skinny mini twig. And that's not Justin. Justin is a sweetheart. Everybody loves Justin. Rocky loves Justin. Everybody loves Justin. Even Nick, out of the two, would probably pick Justin as his favorite because Justin's not an ass. Okay, Justin, out of the two, is a sweetheart. Clancy, which is his brother, is the ass. He is not nice. Attitude-wise. I mean, he's friendly when you get to pet him. If that makes sense. This cat is like, he does not let anybody pet him, you guys. Even me. The only time I can pet this boy is when I'm in the bathroom, getting ready to get a shower, or, just sitting in there, doing things, because I have to hide my devices up high where the boys can't chew the cords up, because they still have a habit of chewing cords. And I am going to have me some peppermint stick coffee this morning, guys. Because that just sounds good right now. And I will warn you, my Keurig is a crybaby. Rocky and I make fun of it all the time because it sounds like it cries. So I'm going to have a cup of peppermint stick, which you guys have not seen me have yet. My channel has, if you do want to go over there to that. That's the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. I'd love to have you come over and join me if you're a coffee fan. And I decided, because I brought it up, and I'm sure Nick would want me to do this, tell the story of how it happened. And Nick is actually part of the reason it happened. I'm going to give him the credit because it's really his idea. It was him that suggested it. And I have these great big... hold on. These are big. They're 30-ounce mugs because I like a big cup of coffee in the morning. Listen to this thing cry. Listen to this. It cries. Anyway, but they're like a bluish green color called Cobalto. It's almost like they say it looks like really like a nature color. That's what the speaker described it as, like nature. If you ask her what it looks like, she'll describe it to you. If you're blind and you want even a more descriptive version of what Cobalto is. Hold on. I got you. Wait till it's done. Let me... I got this. Hold on. Stop.
Okay, he has finished hunting in the dark forest. If you want to continue...
How do you describe the flavor, or... I can't talk. How do you describe the color Cobalto? Come on. How do you describe the color Cobalto? You idiot. She's gonna be a dumbass. What does the color Cobalto look like?
From gtaforums.com.
Here we go.
Looks like black with some yellow.
No, it does not. You idiot. No, it is not. What is the color Cobalto? You freaking moron. Night manager.
Welcome back.
Dark forest.
No problem.
She's being dumb. She's such a dorkhead.
With 1,069 health points.
But it's like a bluish green. Lexi, you're a freaking idiot. Freaking moron. It's like a nature. She's being a dipshit. Let me see if I can get the other one to do it in here. Let me go grab my iPhone. Describe to me the color Cobalto.
Palomino, chestnut horse.
No!
Cream dilution gene that city visitors.
I didn't say Palomino, you... Oh my god. Technology! Ugh. Anyway, I didn't say Palomino, you freaking moron. I know what a Palomino horse is, dummy. Ugh. I'm going to make one of you describe that color, I swear to God. I am going to make one of you do it. I'm going to make one of you do it, I swear to God. I will make one of you describe it. And you noticed I made a double with that. You can do that. It will not ruin your coffee, by the way. You saw me lift up the lid. You guys probably heard that. I lifted the lid to the Keurig and lowered it back down. You can do that. You can actually do that. You can put a K-Pod make sure I had that. You can literally load, put another you can put another K-pod, or not another K-pod. You can make a double cup with your K-pod. And now what I'm doing is just filling up the Keurig so that I have some for morning, some water in it. And I also have a milkshake maker sitting over here too. And I'm kind of moving it around so that I can reach the Keurig better. Which I could demonstrate my milkshake maker to you guys as well. When it gets warmer. Not when it's cold as hell outside like it is right now. Because it's cold! It's freezing outside. But yeah, it's, to the best of my knowledge, it's like a bluish green. And it looks, they say it looks really like nature-esque. And I put that in the microwave because I use my cups over. All right, now I can turn that back around. And this is stuck. And thank you for giving me more room there. Okay, I'm crazy. I use weird. I talk funny sometimes just to be funny, but okay. I have to move my medicine down so I can reach my creamer that I use. Put the medicine up there. Yeah, hey. Okay, chocolate. I need to get more creamer. Oh no, I need more chocolate creamer. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. But I'm gonna have some sugar in my coffee as well. I like mine very sweet. For those that don't know, since, you know, I'm new to this channel, I explain as much as I can over here. I like my coffee very, very sweet. Because to me, it's just better that way. I do not like my coffee black. Ugh. And I have tasted coffee black before. And I have also tried a flavor of coffee black. Now, I'm going to tell you guys the same story I told my far out viewers. I will not review that if I don't have to. Basically, I have it recorded where I did taste a flavor of coffee black, but the thing is, my iPad last year decided it was going to just croak on me. And basically, it didn't really die. What it did was how do I describe this? Me and Rocky were recording a vlog, and it just, after I put the, finished the recording, it just died. And the battery was not dead. I had just charged it. So it was not dead already. So we're thinking, what Apple is assuming, what I was assuming too, was that the battery is old and just needs a replacement. That's what we're hoping. Because I have I basically have a bunch of content for Far Out stored on that iPad, and I can't get it off there. One of them was me tasting a flavor of coffee black. And let's just say what made me do it was Mother Nature. She pissed me off to the point where I was like, okay, I'm done with your crap. And I'm trying to get all the creamer off the side of the glass right now, guys. That's what I'm doing. But she made me mad because that was when, between April 1st and April 6th, I think it was, or April 5th, we had so much severe weather that week. It was awful. And I think it was the 6th. I think it was the 1st through the 6th. Then we had it the 30th of March. So it was like between the 30th of March to like the 6th of April. I was to the point, and I was pretty irate. Nick is a witness to it. On the 28th of March, he witnessed me have a meltdown. Because basically, the other channel that I do, I said I did 2, and I didn't bring up the other one. And I knew I was going to be doing this today, so that's why. But basically, Nick helped me through a meltdown. Because it'll be 3 years on the 28th of March, or 24th of March, excuse me. Jeez. 3 years on the 24th of March that this town in Mississippi called Rolling Fork. Now, of course, it's spelt with a G at the end, but I do not say it that way. And I refuse to say it that way, so I won't. Yada yada phone, shut up. Shut up. But the town, it's spelled Rolling Fork, but I do not say it that way because that's not how the locals say it. So I wanted to explain that so that people, when they go to look it up, you know, it's not spelled with the I-N like it's pronounced. But anyway, it was hit by an EF4 tornado. And so last year on the 28th, it was hit again. Not by the same kind, but another tornado. Like one side of it was hit again. And I just had a meltdown. It was not good. And so that and all the others, when it just started going nonstop, pissed me off to the point where I just was like, you know what, screw it, I'm doing it. And I just drank a sample of a flavor black. And it was not good. Yeah. Yuck. And I actually said, I hope to God all I have to do is replace that battery and we're good to go. And then I can go from there and just replace that battery on that iPad. And then go from there. That's all I hope. That way I don't have to redo it. Because if I have to redo it, she's going to have to piss me off again. And I don't want to be pissed off. I'm not one that likes to be a mad person. I like to be happy, you know, and be cheerful. I don't want to get mad. And on that channel, I try to be, I do have some rants on there, but I try to usually be happy and put on a good face. But, you know, I'm not always happy all the time. So let's try this. Peppermint. It's like a peppermint patty. It's really good. And it's by Friendly's Flavored Ice Cream is who does the peppermint stick. And you get 40 pods for $20. And I've had these for a while. And I try to drink them when I'm having like a throat problem, or I did it a lot at the beginning when I started my YouTube channels because, oh my gosh, I wasn't used to talking very much. I was used to just doing voice breaks like a radio show, not, you know, not like hours worth of talking at once. And so I had to get used to it, and I was using peppermint stick a lot. Yum. But yeah, Justin and Clancy, they're going on 3 years old. Good God. Nick, where did the time go? Jeez. Anyway. But yeah, they're going on 3. Cannot believe it. They'll be 3 on June 10th, believe it or not. On Uncle Herbie's birthday. Yeah, how crazy is that? Yeah, Herbie adopted Kirsty. Alonzo, Nick did too. Sometimes she'll joke and call him Crazy Uncle Nick, joking with him. Because he's a goofball, but you know. You guys know how Nick is. He's a goof. Oh, goodness. But the story behind the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. Nick actually started that. So, basically, how that happened was we were up on Team Talk one night. And I said something about, I need to get me a cup of coffee. And he goes, what kind are you going to have? And I said, I don't remember. I think it was actually the peppermint. Because I think I had it by then. And I was going to get me some peppermint. And he goes, ooh, that sounds good. And he goes, you know, because at that time, Lonzy already had the Blind Coffee Man. And he goes, you know, you should do a channel like his. Because you even do even more combinations than Lonzy does when it comes to changing up creamers and flavors and stuff like that. And you make up your own crazy concoctions. Because we got into a discussion about it. And he goes, you should so do a channel like that. And I was like, okay. And so I went and got Lonzy's blessing because I was like, it's not going to be the same as yours because I'm going to be, you know, mixing up the creamer because Lonzy doesn't always mix his creamers up. Sometimes he does, but not very often, which isn't always a good idea when you have flavors because if you don't try to match them a little bit, they're going to taste disgusting. Trust me, I've been there. Well, Lonzy loved it. And we came and he said, because And the name Far Out, actually Nick started that too because he's like, some of your stuff is so far out. And I came up with the Far Out World of Coffee Creations. And that's how it happened. And it's about to turn 2 this year. And I'm like, dang. And I'm hoping by that time to be able to go live for that celebration. But as of right now, I can't go live for that yet. So anybody who's a coffee fan, if you want to see the original taste test of the peppermint stick, it's over there. So if you guys want to come over and hang out over there, if you enjoy this. Now, like I said, it's all audio, so everybody can just play it and just ride around in the car or listen to it on the bus, and you don't have to worry about a video. You could just, like, kick back and enjoy the crazy banter. And the taste tests are usually shorter. But, you know, when I started them, they were a bit shorter. And then I started more hangout stuff where they do get a little bit longer. Because I'd realized that I could make bigger cups of it to do taste tests. Especially stuff I really like. Cat, what are you doing? Quit. Kitty. Kitty, what are you doing? Kitty. You got food and water through her head. What are you doing? Crazy cats. I don't like walking around with a big mug of coffee, but they keep... This is something that they do a lot just to agitate the crap out of me. Especially Clance, because he has a bad habit of that. He has a very, very bad habit of that. I do apologize for the coughs and stuff, guys. I'm still trying to get over this crap. I'm getting slowly there, which is good. So it's not as bad as it used to be. Trust me. If you heard me on Far Out and my other channel, A Match Made in Heaven, The Promise of a Lifetime last week, you would have understood I was a mess. And I was also on our Special Awesome Family. I was helping Rocky because she was down for the count for a while there. And mine wasn't as bad as hers, thank goodness. But before my birthday, I was pretty down. I slept the whole weekend before my birthday just so I could be up and have fun. But yeah, it was bad. And she wanted to help me on my channel, and I'm like, oh, that ain't gonna happen because power's out. You can't do that, puppy. that ain't gonna work, unfortunately. Because the day she offered to help me, we lost power for like 4 hours. I'm like, I can't even upload, honey. You wouldn't be able to help. Kitty, quit that. Quit that. I'm tapping on the TV tray to get one of them to come over. Now Justin, he has this high-pitched little meow, and his brother will imitate it. He's my mocking cat. Instead of mockingbird, he's a mocking cat. Oh, that is so good. That helps the throat so much. But yeah, like I said, I usually don't do that very often. But mornings is when I have the sniffles a lot the worst. But I'm trying to get up and get motivated. I'll probably make me some chili cheese fries for lunch that I got from Steak and Shake a couple nights ago. But, yep, just chilling, and this is what I do, just have a cup of coffee and chill and chat. This is what I kind of do over on Far Out. We just hang out and do crazy things and talk, and one of the kitties is up here. It's Justin. And the reason I can tell is because Justin does not wear a collar, whereas Clancy does. Justin does not like wearing a collar. He will get mad. This is so good. And I'm going to warn you guys, I have some crazy freaking flavors that I can try on here. One of them, the Amazon speaker picked, actually. Yeah. For its birthday last year. And I had Far Out at the time of the birthday, but I wasn't verified yet. Because to make a video over 15 minutes, you have to be verified. And at that time, I wasn't verified, but someone graciously helped me, Rocky's dad, graciously helped me to verify, because at the time I had no phone number to do it. And you can use a friend's number. And he graciously allowed me to use his to verify. And by that time, the birthday was over, and I didn't think to get a flavor at that time, because I didn't know what I was doing yet. I got it started that next year, and, I started it basically big time in 2025, and then all heck broke loose and the iPad decided to go kaput. And so basically I had to go back on my phone to start back up, which was fun. But it sometimes throws a fit because it doesn't have as much storage. So yeah, that was not cool. So anyway, she decides to pick last year for the 11th birthday, pina colada. So yeah, I have pina colada K-Pods. And for some reason, late last year, my original box came up missing. We don't know where they went. Even Samantha was like, which is my staff, she's like, where on earth would somebody take pina colada K-Pods? I do not know. But, I did get a new box of them, so I can have those on here. So, yeah. And you can't really taste either flavor really that strong. It's not as powerful as people might think. Yep. It's not as, I thought it was going to like be really strong pineapple, but it wasn't, and it wasn't really strong coconut really either. So it wasn't overpowering either way. It was really well mixed. I do apologize, you guys, for the sniffles. Like I said, I'm just slowly getting over this stuff. And in the morning, I usually get the sniffles because, one, I'm drinking something warm, but two, I'm just now starting to get over this enough to where I can do things and actually taste stuff. So hopefully, I am so sorry, you guys. Now I should be good. But I'm hoping that I'll be able to start getting things uploaded on a more consistent basis over on Far Out now that I'm getting a bit better. I'm hoping. I'm waiting a little bit longer just to make sure, because I haven't had my... Another thing is I haven't had my cough medicine today either, but I wanted to get something recorded real quick to give you guys a few more things to know. But I shouldn't be like this all the time because I'm going to be getting over this pretty soon, hopefully. But this thing has been nagging at me since end of February, and it's driving me crazy. But they always say it takes at least 3 weeks maximum for the common cold to leave, so hopefully... hopefully by at least Thursday or Friday it'll be gone, because I've dealt with it for freaking going on 3 weeks now, so it needs to get lost. But yeah, I'm one of these that I try to, if I can, let the show go on, but it's hard when you, one, sound like crap, two, have no energy, three, you can't taste or smell anything, and you're going, ah. But yeah. But like I said, It's getting there slowly but surely. At least I'm not hacking and coughing like I was last week. Last week was just, I wasn't like dealing with a runny nose, but I was dealing with a nagging cough that wouldn't go away. Then Saturday, I started with the sniffles. I'm like, and that was on purpose, by the way. And, you know, I was dealing with that, and I'm like, really? Because then the cough was going away, then I was dealing with the sniffles. And then I'm like, oh, jeez, really? You're going to start this crap? Anyway. But, yeah. This is just how it is. I just, you know, hang out and chill and come up with all kinds of crazy ideas. Like I said, I've got some really interesting flavors you guys get to see. And like I said, depending on what Nick wants, I can show the air fryer. I can make something in there. I'll do a milkshake maker demonstration. And let me tell you, I've been soaked by that thing before, by accident. It makes some darn good milkshakes. Let's see, what else? I could show you some of my other different recipes and stuff too. So yeah, I've got all sorts of different fun things I can do. But I know he definitely wanted coffee flavor taste tests on here, so. Which, they won't be the originals, but I'll still be doing the different flavors. So you guys will see me with, I will be doing the pina colada for you guys and some others. I'm not going to give all of them away, but I did have to tell you the story behind the pina colada, because that was pretty funny. And we're joking. Of course, Samantha was joking. She says, "Are you going to let ChatGPT pick out Far Out's flavor?" I'm like, oh boy, that's scary. That's kind of scary. Like, what's it going to pick? Oh God. Well, it could be worse. You could have Yellbot do it. Oh God. No. No. That crazy thing ain't picking out no coffee flavor. Oh no. For those of you who don't know, Christy, you want to tell them who Yellbot is? Yellbot is Ryan Hawley, y'all's assistant, his AI assistant. Yeah. And it will roast the crap out of people if they pick on Ryan. Or if they're rude, it will roast them. And it's hilarious. I mean, oh God. Nick, I do not know if you saw the one. Oh. What day was it? I have to think. I think it was like last week or the week before when Ohio was in it. Or no. Was it? Might have been February. It was when Ohio was in the weather, in the severe weather. Yellbot roasted somebody for picking on Ohio, and me and my SSA were like, yeah! We got into a one-sided laughing hilarious giggle fit over that one. I think we talk about it on my birthday celebration on A Match Made in Heaven, The Promise of a Lifetime. Where I did a breakfast and a lunch. That's all I'm going to tell you I did there. So again, if you want to actually see it, it's basically it's a second generation to our Special Awesome family. There you go. So if you're a fan of our Special Awesome family, it's similar to that. Different but similar. We do things a little bit differently over there because I don't like to emulate everything. And for those of you who did not know, one little Christy over here, she wrote our Special Awesome Families theme song that they use. Yep, sure did. Yep, Christy wrote it. Mama Rocky, I call her Mom. She adopted me as hers. And she asked her to write it. And poor Mama Rocky, I felt sorry for her. She messaged me and she goes, "How's the song going?" And I'm like, I couldn't even talk to her. I couldn't even respond. I had to call her and be like, It was bad. She couldn't talk. She was sobbing so hard. Yeah, I was bawling my brains out. Oh, Suno AI, man. Suno AI can, oh God, break you into millions of pieces in a matter of seconds. Oh, I tell you, Suno is good. But man, and right now it's a little bit jank because they did an update and for some reason janked the share situation, but there's a way to do it. It's just a pain in the butt. But when it comes to the AI music apps, that is one of the ones that I tell you, they can sing really, really good. And let me tell you guys, and Nick, if you want this, I need you to let me know before next Tuesday, and I will greet both ways. But I'm going to be doing a tribute to that little Mississippi town on the 3-year anniversary of when that happened. And I will be talking about how, because basically my virtual family, that's where we live, is Rolling Fork, Mississippi. We virtually live there. And so we moved there from Melbourne, Australia, which is where my favorite group, the Seekers, originated from. That's where they're originally from, is Melbourne. And there's a story behind that, and I won't get into it here, in case Nick wants it over here. I don't know. That's what I do on here is what he wants on here. So I'll only, if he wants the tribute over here, it will be here. If he wants me to just tell the story, I can just tell the story. I don't mind, because it's a beautiful it's a beautiful story, but it's also a sad story at the same time. How we found it. You know, the sadness is, of course, the tornado doing what it did. But it's the way something can change your heart is what I'm saying is the beautiful part. And it's in a way like the love for a place, that can pull your heartstrings out, can really, that's the beauty of it. It's beautiful in the sense of, I found an inner peace that I never thought I'd find, in a matter of putting it. Because I love, what I mean is, when I say love for a place, what I mean is my love for the South. I've always loved the South. I've been a Southern girl at heart. Let's just put it that way. There's lots of ways to love. Oh yeah, there is. You got your love between your pets. You got the love the love you have for your animals, the love you have for your friends, the love you have for your, your partner. There's so many different ways to love. It's, just like I love my little bro. Anyway. Yeah, Nick. Uncle Nick. My crazy Uncle Nick. Anyway. Yeah, her crazy Uncle Nick. But yeah. He's my little bro. I can get away with that because he knows it. Nick's my little bro. But just chilling, coming up with some cool ideas and giving you guys, possible things that could happen. I don't know what all he's gonna want, like I said. So you'll get what he wants me to do. Knowing him, he's gonna just let me wing it. Knowing bro. Go for it, sis. Knowing Nick, because he knows the crazy sense of humor we have. Like, me and her banter back and forth. She gives me shit about everything. And it's funny because a lot of people ask me, how long did it take you to perfect that? At least a year it took me to perfect her voice. And, it's not easy because I'm not a professional voice actress whatsoever. I do it for the fun of it. It's entertainment. And I do get judged and chastised because I do that. But there are a lot of people who are like, if Christy's not on it, I'm not watching it. Or if Christy's not on it, I'm not listening. A lot of people love Christy. And he purposely was like, hey, I want you and Christy. And so you'll get her just giving me crap. She razzes the crap out of me. Herbie can tell you. Anybody can tell you who knows me and Christy well knows that kid will give me crap about anything she can come up with. She will razz the living daylights out of me, and we have fun. We joke around, we cut up, and it's all in good, crazy fun. Like, she joked one time, said she's going to fire me. And Herbie thought he was going to be a genius and go, oh, okay, well, if you're going to do that, you have to apply to become a DJ, and I have to get parental consent, right? So I'm like, okay, if you're going to play that game. So I jokingly, because I just thought, okay, I'm going to mess with him because he knows it's me doing the voice anyway. So I thought, okay, I'm going to be a smart ass. So I applied under her name and let her use my email. and put the show idea in, gave it to him, pitched it to him. Well, I thought I was being a smart aleck. I was like, I'm going to be a smart ass DJ and I'm going to do this for her. Well, he comes back, okay, Christy can have that. So she got her own show. It was funny. And Nick just laughed. He's like, you thought you were being a little smarty pants, and he went up to you. I'm like, yeah, exactly. I was like, man. Oh shoot. That was good though. I gotta admit, that was funny. That was pretty good. But yeah, I thought I was being a smarty pants, but that didn't work. Oh. And at first, we weren't sure how he was going to take to Christy, Nick was. He was like, I would get him like alone first before you tell him who that is. Like, talk to him privately about that. Like, get him and like maybe Rocky or somebody that he knows really well. And that's exactly what I did. That's exactly when I told him who she was. And he's like, oh my gosh, really? Because we got into discussion about it, and he's like, "Oh, that is so cool." And so he got me to switch the intro. I was like, "Tell the truth. I don't care." And so we changed Christy's intro because she was the one that always introed the safari, but she never said "mommy" at first because I didn't know how people were gonna, take to it. And he says, "Hey, you let me handle that situation." And we switched the Safari's intro, and I can't believe that thing was going to be 5 this year. Holy crap. I freaking can't believe it. Holy freaking crap. I'm honestly thinking of doing something. Nick, I'm going to text you privately about it, just because I want to do it. Even if I don't run it, I want to do something special for this. Even if I don't run it on the station. Just something fun. Basically, I want to do I'll tell you guys, I want to do a little celebration, like a 5-year show, just running on the iPad, just for my own self, for its 5-year birthday. That's what I want to do. Even if I don't run it, get Herbie, some others that really liked it. Because I think that'd be fun, just for old time's sake, I think it'd be fun to do like a 5-year safari. I think it'd be fun. I do too. Just like even if you don't run it, just for yourself. Exactly. Because my God, it's gonna be 5 this year. I can't not do something. You know what I mean? And if he runs it, he runs it. If he wants to run it, he can run it. But I seriously, I'm getting this vibe. I should just, even if it's for just me. Well, a couple people are going to want it. Yeah. Uncle Nick's going to want it. Uncle Lonzy's going to want it. Nana's going to want it. Yeah. But, those that want a copy, because I'm going to run it no matter what. I'm going to run one. But, talk to Herbie. I'm sure Uncle Herbie would, want to be a part of it, even if you're doing it for yourself. Then you can start working on it now and getting it put together. Exactly. But, anywho's, that's something that I'm been thinking about, just for the heck of it. And just setting it up, getting it together. I think it'd be fun. And something else is turning 5. Oh, God! Oh, that just gave me chills. I forgot about that one's turning 5, too. Shit. Yikes, the dance party's turning 5 too. Yay. And then if you do one for one, you gotta do it for the other one. Yeah. The first 2 especially. And somebody else is gonna have to do one next year. Even if it's for herself. Because for her first show. Oh, dang. Yeah. Even if it's for yourself, that was your baby. That was yours. Well, technically yours. I just stole it. Ha, just kidding. Christy. But, yeah. Boy, oh boy, was that fun. Doing those, that was fun. And I think I could pull that off pretty quickly. I think I could pull off a safari pretty quickly. Depending on who wants to, be a part of them. Because I can pull... Because the safaris was August 8th. The dance party was September 20th, I think. I'd have to look at the archives. I know it was September. I know that. But it's so funny, guys. That is one show, the safari, where every time I hear the debut, every time, yawn, 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 yawn. And Michelle, if you're watching, I'm not kidding. Every time the debut, yawn, 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 yawn. That was the night I stayed up all freaking night. I stayed up all night. That was the night of the incident with the iPad when you accidentally blasted Uncle Nick out of the water. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, I'll tell you guys what happened. So it was, I'd say, like 2 or 3 in the morning. I couldn't sleep. He couldn't sleep. And so we went up there on Team Talk. And we're sitting there, and the headset popped out of the headphone jack and literally blasted poor Nick out of the water. Because I was like, Team Talk, and it went, Team Talk! I mean, just yelled. I'm like, ow! Nick did. And I'm like, oh, what happened? I'm like, oh, sorry, the headset popped out of the headphone jack. But yeah, it was bad. And then we got to tell about the other incident because Michelle missed this. So on that day, I think it was that day, on the debut, Nick was up there. He was listening, right? And he's listening. And all of a sudden, Winamp just blasted. Just cranked full bore and blasted him out of the water. It was hilarious. And so I made a joke. I was like, well, I've already got fans. Winamp. I've already got technology fans. Winamp is my new technology fan. Well, an SPL. Yeah, SPL. Oh, God. Somebody else was producing for me at the time when this happened. SPL loved my intro, I swear. It was obsessed with my Celtic Dance Party intro and would repeat it. I'm like, SPL, jeez. Will you start the show, please, my friend? Jeez. We all got a kick out of it. We thought it was funny. I'm like, dude. and technology sometimes will pick its own requests. Yes. I wish I could remember what archive that was. I don't remember what archive it was. But Backpack wanted to hear Build Me Up Buttercup and played it. I was trying to hit a different pad and it hit Build Me Up, and somehow I started playing the one next to it, which was Build Me Up Buttercup. I'm like, okay, Backpack, you picked that, okay. Sometimes they want to play their own stuff, I tell you. But yeah, I've had some pretty good shows. I've had some pretty sad shows. And I'll probably do a YouTube tribute to the safari as well, but it'll be like Memories. Yeah, a memories-based one where I just talk and tell some of my favorite memories of the show. And, some of the harder ones to do, things like that on that day, because I think YouTube deserves a tribute as well. So you guys will get to see one, even if I do not air the actual show. You guys will get to know all about then how the name happened, stuff like that. So I am going to talk to Herbie about it and see what he thinks about me doing, even if I don't run it, just, a little tribute, because I think it deserves one, because it did help me through a lot of shit, let me tell you. The loss of your inspiration especially. That's all we'll get into. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That was a rough one. That was one that was rough. And like I said, you'll get more details on that down the road in August. So definitely stay tuned, because I'll still be running around here, over there, everywhere. Who knows? But I will definitely do a safari tribute on here. I'm sure Nick will want that. That is one I'm sure he will want. And I'll tell you guys, I will do a dance party tribute, because we can't put the music on, but we can bring up the music. We just can't play it. But I can tell you guys some songs that had memories, different memories like that. You guys will get to hear a safari tribute, and it'll probably be a longer thing, but it's going to be worth. It's going to be worth the time. It'll be fun, because to do a tribute like that, I think, and that one will probably be on here if he wants it, which more than likely Nick will want a copy of that one on here. It'll, so if it goes the way I plan, it'll be on here, Far Out, Our Special Awesome Family, and A Match Made in Heaven. So it'll be on all four, so that everybody will get to see it. Those that just want to stay over here. If you guys want to go over to those other channels, or if you already are over there by that point, those that want to go over to check those out, you can. Because yeah, it's gonna be fun to do that. So, and like I said, I'm really hoping to get at least Far Out to at least the 50 subscriber point, so that I can go live for its 2-year birthday. That'd be fun. That would be fun. That would be a blast. To do an audio live. Because if I do video, I'm going to have help. Because I can't see a camera. Oh. That would be Samantha behind the camera if that happened. Because, yeah, I can't do video live. But I do know there's a way to do audio, so I'd have to ask that one. I'd have to ask Rocky on, because I don't know what I'm doing there. But yeah. So anybody who, like I said, if you're a coffee fan and or if you know somebody who's a coffee fan that would enjoy just being able to kick back, relax, and enjoy it, and not have to look at the screen, if they're sighted and they they enjoy coffee, and they need something to listen to, and they don't really want to listen to books or anything. That's why I do it. I do it so people can drive, feel safe. Even my SSA loved it. It's, there's no pictures. You don't have to look at a screen. You can just get ready to go, put it on, and just play it. And it, go from where you go from. And I always do descriptions, titles, so there are descriptions and titles. It did change a little bit to make those, but hey, I did it. But I do it in audio so that people can picture in their mind's eye what my faces look like when I'm like, ooh, yuck, eggnog. Because I tried eggnog coffee over there. It was gross. It was gross. But, I tried it. Bleh. But you guys can picture in your mind's eye what my facial expressions were. Things like that. Anyway, so I've got all kinds, like I said, all sorts of ideas coming up for this, since it's a feature that you'll see a few days a week. And So yeah, you guys will get to see all sorts of crazy stuff. You just don't know what Nick's going to have me doing on here. So, because, you know, since it's Nick's channel, he's basically in charge of what he wants. So, you guys will get to see what he asks for. So, he wanted the coffee. Now, if he wants the cooking stuff, I can put that on here. If he wants the tributes, I put those on. Whatever he wants is what will go up here. So, that's what you guys will see depending on, that's why I was plugging my 2 channels just in case, because I don't know what he wants. This is his. So I'm not going to just put stuff up here that he doesn't want up here. So if you guys do want to see those, they will be on those other channels. If I'm sure Safari, he's probably going to want that for sure. But I don't know. So we'll just have to see what little bro wants me to do about that. Anyway, so I will see you guys on Friday, I believe. So, because I'm doing Tuesday, Wednesdays, Friday, and Sunday, unless things change. That's when you'll see me on here in audio form. Anyway, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you soon. God bless.